Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. In today's episode, you'll probably think that EA Games has done something to me, but honestly, no. They've done absolutely nothing to me. I have to say, last thing they did do to me was releasing Madden NFL 20, like an unfinished game, and I'm like, fam, that just doesn't make any sense to me how you guys would release that game. I was getting my charger, so if it sounded like I was far away, that was why. But anyways, that just doesn't make any sense. Like, you would think that, okay, look at the situation with Cyberpunk 2077. Like, you know how, like, much backlash and hate they got, but it's just, like, EA, 2K, it's like all these sport companies, they could get away with that stuff, like, and have no issues or no problem. And I think that's, like, the main reason why is because there's people out there that don't really, catch on to that stuff. They don't really be paying attention to that stuff. Not saying that's a problem, but I'm just saying for us gamers, where we're spending, our hard-earned money on these games, and it's like, no, we want to, like, get a deeper in depth with the game. We actually want to feel something different. And they think that it's so hard to accomplish, but I'm like, fam, if fans of the company can come up with ideas of the games, you guys should be making this game a masterpiece. Like, I'm saying, like, it's just weird to me how a person with little or no experience at all in game development can come up with some of the most goated ideas of all time for video games. It's like, yeah, the fans will listen to them, but do the companies listen? No, they don't. I'm like, what is the issue? Why can't you guys just simply release a playable game? And so this is why I will be ranting about with EA Games. I don't understand why they're having people, if you have EA Play, you still have to spend money to play the newer EA games. Now, that doesn't make any sense to me. And I remember somebody a while ago was trying to defend that, like, oh, well, they gotta make some sort of money and things. The subscription. I'm paying for that subscription through the Xbox Game Pass thing. So I'm like, whatever money is on top or whatever money is negotiated from Microsoft, I'm like, that kind of confuses me. So, like, Microsoft doesn't own EA, but they have, like, this contract thing where it's like, so my thing is this, no money should be coming from me. It shouldn't. I'm like, EA, or it's like Microsoft, you guys should negotiate a contract where, okay, they make some money off of the top, or you should have just paid them all the money that they need to get paid so they can release games for free for the people that are subscribed to. Because if that's the case, I'm like, fam, if I'm not getting the games that I want to play, like, I want to play the new hockey game, I want to play the new FIFA, I want to play the new Madden, I shouldn't have to spend money for that. Now, if I overall wanted to go out of my way to do that, okay, but I'm like, fam, these are not like 5-star games. So that's one of the reasons why I don't want to spend money on it. Because I'm like, the last time I did do that, I was not impressed. I was not impressed with that Madden at all. That was the last Madden that I had bought was Madden NFL 20. Now, to explain to you guys why that was the last Madden I spent money on was because I bought that game. I bought it digitally, and that's why even more so a reason why I'm mad about it. But I bought that game. The game was unfinished. It was having all of these glitches and issues. There was at one time I remember doing a passing play, and the player off of the opposite team glitched over to me and tackled me. Then there's another issue that had happened where the ball had glitched on two players, my players. So they were wide open. Any of them could have just raised their arm up, grabbed the ball. Plain and simple. The ball was balancing or got stuck between, I guess, the radius. I don't know about the radius and all that, but it overall got stuck. They were running side by side. The ball somehow landed on their shoulders and they just ran down the field. I'm like, if I can find, I don't know if I recorded that, but if I can, like, I would have to, like, that's something that I would have to show you guys on how it happened. Because it's just, you hear it, you're like, wait a minute, what do you mean? Two players running side by side. The ball was floating on their shoulders, but it was like, they just pretty much, the ball was balancing on their shoulders. They just kept on running. The ball didn't fall. They ran out of bounds with the ball. And I had to do the play all over again. So I was like, and then they had me play the Pro Bowl. I won the Pro Bowl. The game glitched, lagged me out. I had to start that Pro Bowl all over again. Then they're gonna make it to where I lost. So that's why I was like, nah, I'm not. After that, I stopped playing Madden NFL 20. I was like, I don't care how much money I spent on this game. I do not want to play this. If that's what the final product is, where I'm like, I somehow beat the system and win a Pro Bowl, but you guys are gonna freeze the game and force me to lose? Nah, I'm not with that. I'm not with that at all. Like, I think, I know I do have that. I know I do have that video where the Pro Bowl, they froze the game and they had me start all over. I would have to post that on social media somewhere. But, yeah, I was like, are you serious? Like, I know for a fact that did not just happen. So, after that, I stopped playing it, and I said I will never purchase a Madden video game again. So, why do you think or assume that people want to, after experiencing that, why do you think anybody in their right mind will want to spend more money on EA games? Like, Battlefield, I can understand. But still, being underneath that EA title, I'm saying giving it... and the discounts that they'll give it if you are like an EA Play member, let me just see real quick. Top new games. Let's find. That's 2K. NHL. So they'll give you a 10% off discount if you are an EA Play member. And I'm like so this is the hockey game. This is the X Factor edition, which is $99. So instead of spending $99 on it, you're spending $89, and the offer ends in 36 minutes. So it doesn't even like last a long time. It only lasts for a little bit. And I'm like, you really think people want to sit down and put money into games and they're, the games ain't finished, games ain't fun. I'm like, fam, I don't know what you guys thought was, I don't even know if you guys thought that it was a good idea in releasing the games. I don't know what goes on at the EA headquarters, but I'm like, fam, it's not worth it. It is not worth it at all buying an EA video game. And it just upsets me where it's like, and that's like, okay, so to pretty much paint out an example for you guys, let's say you have Netflix, and Netflix is like, oh, in order to watch Squid Games or Stranger Things or whatever Netflix originals, in order to watch those, you'll have to spend more, or you'll have to pay a separate price for that instead of just having it all together on the subscription. Now, them guys are putting millions and millions of dollars into that stuff. The budget for it, I would imagine, is pretty high, and I would imagine it's the same for Madden. But why is it that Netflix can have it where it's like, okay, once you have our subscription, it's, whatever you see on there is whatever you can get. Whether it's the DVD stuff, Blu-ray, or it's the streaming stuff. But whatever you see on there, you can watch it. Now, why can't EA Play do the same thing? Like, that's what it's just, it doesn't really make any sense to me. I'm like, you guys are doing the same thing, yet one is allowing us to watch whatever we want to watch. You guys are having it where we can play. Let me just go to the games real quick. I currently got my Xbox on right now. But Anthem. Remember Anthem? Remember that failed game? They don't even work on the game anymore. That's how down bad that game was. The game did so bad that they're like, you know what? We can't even, no, we don't want to work on the game anymore. That's how bad it was. I played that game and I was like, nah, it's all right. I ain't gonna say it's something that, you gotta tell the whole world about, but it's an okay game. I can understand the concept and all of that. But other than that, the game was like, it was a failed project. So why? Like, why is that? Then it got to the point where EA Games, they were doing, honestly, I believe that they were doing so bad that they went ahead and bought the company Codemasters. They was like, you know what? We're going to make as much money as we can off of Madden, FIFA, NHL, all the games that possible. They're going to make all the money they possibly can off of these games. And they went ahead and bought the company Codemasters. So now, along with EA Play, instead of just releasing the games, and then the messed up part about it is that they plan on coming out with remastered video games, the Crisis. There's these it was this alien warfare game They came out like when I was in high school. They were actually pretty good games too, but they're having it where that game comes out. They haven't really said if that's going to be a part of the EA Play, but I'm like, fam, you have it where the old ones is available, where it's not optimized for the Xbox Series X. I'm like, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Where it's like, I gotta spend money for that. And then I'm like, if that's what the price is gonna be, I'm like, I do not plan on buying it. But from what I heard, and I'm like, I'm hoping that's not the case, but from what I heard, they said that they're gonna charge $70 for this more optimized and remastered versions of the Crysis video games, because it's like a trilogy that they're releasing, so it's going to be $70. If that's the case, I'm not buying the game. So I don't even know if they have the game like in the coming out soon games coming soon, The Good Life, NHL. Okay, I don't even know what's going on. They don't have it like available on the thing. You would think they would be available since I think it's supposed to come out tomorrow. And they haven't shown nothing of this game. They're really releasing another MXGP game. That game is so crap. Like, that's another game. I'm going to just go ahead and just say that right now. Do not buy a MXGP. It's like a dirt biking game, and that game is just horrible. Every time when I buy that game, it's just always just something wrong with it. I'm like, that game is just horrible. But they have even really showed the game being... Hold on for a second. Maybe the game already came out and I just don't know about it and stuff. Nope, I'm not seeing nothing about Crysis being released. Because I'm like, I wanted to actually buy it, but I'm like, I know I'm not going to spend no $70 for it, and I can download all the old ones for free through the Xbox Game Pass. But most likely, no, they haven't said it's going to be leaving soon. But I do see them doing that. Eventually, they're going to force it where it's like, oh, if you do have the game, or if you do have the old Crysis games, that you'll have to have it on disc, but you won't be able to play the old ones because the new ones is coming out. Because no, companies have done that. Companies have done where it's like they optimize and remaster a game. Because I heard, or actually was that Grand Theft Auto? No, it was Grand Theft Auto. I think they said that they were going to do that. Never mind. So I'll admit, I got my things wrong. It was actually Rockstar Games that, from what I heard, that they were going to do the trilogy Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice Cities, and San Andreas, and was going to release it for $70. I'm like, regardless, whether it's Crysis or whether it's Grand Theft Auto, I'm not spending $70 for some games that came out years ago. And I'm like, and I can very well go out and track them games down and buy them for a cheaper price. Because I actually have 3 Vice Cities and San Andreas on Steam. I bought those games. So I'm like, I could just go ahead and play it on PC if I really wanted to. But I'm like, and then on top of that, I'm like, if I really wanted to go deep in depth with it, I could just change the graphics. I think if I, really wanted to get involved in that type of stuff, but I can change the graphics if I wanted to. So I'm like, you guys, honestly, there's companies out here that's just running a scam, because I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense where EA, like, getting back on that, where it's like, you guys have a subscription, why are you guys not using it? You're using it for games that nobody don't really, care for playing. Like, it needs to be the latest games, okay? So for an example, there's this game that I've been playing a crap ton of called Grid. If it's that, okay, this was the last one to be released, all right? So I'm cool with that. I'm cool with paying, discounted prices for the DLCs and stuff. That makes sense. That feels like, oh, okay, like, the subscription is being, useful. But when a new game comes out, then you guys decide to wait 6 months down the road and then going to come out with the game for free on that. That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. That makes me not even want to have the subscription, but I'm forced to have the subscription. So that's why I'm like, it's stuff like that where it's just, it's overall messed up. And I would like to hope and think, hold on for a second. Let me see some real quick, because I don't even know how much this game costs, because I don't own this game. Buy to own, it would be $30 to own this game. And I'm like, man, it would be so, I need to hurry up and play and beat all the levels in this game, because I'll be so mad. I'll be so mad if I go and buy this. I didn't bought the DLCs and haven't. So I bought the DLCs. I haven't bought the game of Grid. And I'm kind of afraid that they might be like, oh, well, we're going to take Grid out of the store. Because, no, there's this thing that this guy told me where a contract or something underneath, like, licensed cars So there's this video game called Forza. Forza, I ain't even gonna add that to the list because that's honestly one of the best racing games of all time, especially Motorsports 4. But anyways, regardless, so Forza Motorsports 7, the last Motorsports Forza Motorsports game to come out, they took that out of the store, and I'm trying to hold on for a second. Let me look it up real quick just to confirm that it's not in stores no more. Forza, they do not. Wait. Oh, so you can't buy that is crazy. You really can't buy Forza Motorsport 7. So no, that's what this guy was telling me on Twitter, was that this so the game's like contract had expired or something. So you can't buy. Can you even buy the ultimate ones? You can't even buy the ultimate Forzas. That's crazy. What about deluxe? You can't even buy deluxe. That is so wild. And then what's this? What is this one? That's the same thing. Why they got like two of the same? All right, regardless. But anyways, so there was a contract thing that expired, and they can't overall sell the games anymore because it'll be a copyright issue. So overall, they had to take the game out of the store, because now I remember there was a day where they said it was getting taken out of the store, and I'm like, fam, for what? Why? For what is it doing that for? And so, yeah, they can't even sell the game no more. And I'm like, that is crazy. Because Forza Motorsports is actually a good title. It's a really good game. So I'm like, man, that's messed up. Because I'm like, if I had known that, I went and hurry up and tried to buy it so I can at least play it in things. But nope, can't even play it. I did play a little bit of it, and I was like, it was all right. That's why I'm like, it probably had been one of those games that had been crazy. Then it's like you have the game, and you try taking it to GameStops, because I see them doing some stuff like that where they're like, oh, well, we can't take this game. They probably wouldn't have known too much about it. Because I feel like at times you go to the GameStops and ask them things, they all like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. So, yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know about that. That's crazy, though, but I'm afraid that they might do that. So I'm like, I'm going to be playing a lot of Grid in the recent times. I'm going to be streaming it, making videos out of it, doing whatever I can, because I'm like, nah, I ain't trying to look up one day and this game's out of the store and I can't even play it no more, and I ain't bought the DLCs. I'm like, man, I'd be so upset. So anyways, I will talk to y'all later because I'm going to get into playing this game right now. But thank you guys for tuning in tonight's episode, or today's episode, whenever, however you're viewing this. Stay tuned for some more. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 36 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. Make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And also make sure you use my supported creator code for Epic Games. And in the meantime, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.